Alright, we're underway, ready to get started. Let me get over to the homepage here and see what we get into.
Yep.
Alright, so we've got, let me pull the chat up on my phone. Alright. Got a handful of people here from the league. I'm recording it, so I'll post it afterward as well. And then we've got Kamish here. He says hello.
Hey.
Welcome in, Kamish. I'm sure we'll get a couple more people in here as it goes on, but we're going to be looking at tonight's matchup. We're just going to call this one Sunday Night Baseball because the official game of the week will be on Tuesday. Cardinals versus Red Sox. So that's a good one to look forward to. So I'll talk about Gavin Williams, and then we have Ryan Metz here. He's going to be going over his team and giving us a little bit of insight on how his team's working this year, which, you know, an outsider looking in seems to be all things are going well early on. So check out the standings in the league. Mets, I believe, are best record in baseball at the moment. 29
Oh yeah,
and 7.
29-7.
There you go. That's 800 winning percentage, basically. A little bit more than that. And then we have the Braves, who are behind them 7.5 games. 21 and 14 there, and then the Marlins, Phillies, and Nationals as well, trying to get their teams together early on here, still in the season, May 6th. So still plenty of baseball to be played. As for the National League West, the Giants are sitting atop this division. They are 1.5 games above the Diamondbacks. The Dodgers are actually looking to reach 500. They have been 500 recently and have kind of hit a rough patch here to fall 2 games under 500. And we have the Rockies and Padres as well there to round out the division. So if you want to, I'll pull up your team real quick and you can give us a little bit of information on what we're going to see tonight. Okay, so I have your pitching rotation pulled up, and we're going to look at Yoshinobu Yamamoto.
Yeah, he's going today. He's definitely. I wasn't expecting him to be the number one guy. I thought he was going to be number 2 because Steele's coming off of back-to-back Cy Youngs. But Yamamoto had some ratings jumps, so he's peaking right now, just above a 1 ERA. He's killing it. I mean, yeah. I think he's leading in WAR and earned run average at the moment. Yeah, he's against righties, he's given up a single run. So his splits, like, even there, he's 0.31 ERA against those, and really looking forward to this start here. He's coming off of back-to-back 8 inning outings. Mm-hmm. Another one earlier, so he goes deep into games.
Nice.
So yeah, he's definitely the number 1 so far, and Steele, who was supposed to be the number 1, he's not far behind it too, I guess. Even he's having a great year. So he's going today. Looking forward to that. And then I think I'm leading in basically every offensive metric at the moment. On base and average, OPS I'm leading, batting WAR, home runs scored. This is a pretty lethal offense.
Yeah, let's see here. Team statistics. I'm sure there's a better way to look at team.
Yeah, you can go to the team roster and meet the team.
Oh, okay.
It'll usually show you what you got.
There you go.
Page usually.
Well, definitely number 1 in total attendance so far, 737,000.
Oh yeah, yep,
yeah,
number 1.
We've got Yoshinobu Yamamoto, league ranked 1st starting pitcher. We have Jorge uh, Villagrana, second overall first baseman in the league. Um,
Yeah,
I'm at,
he's a young guy, and he's finally coming into his power potential.
wow, look at that, 80
Um,
overall.
yep.
Very nice. Yep, 11 home
I
runs already on the season.
I think he's going to be a big part of this game coming up. He's hitting well against the righties, and Gavin Williams is not doing well against righties.
Mhm.
So it's kind of a perfect match for them,
Nice.
for me, on my end at least.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We'll take a look at Williams here momentarily, but looks like Villagrana. Is that how you pronounce that?
Yeah,
He's
Villagrana.
currently on pace for 50 homers, so that's pretty massive. Let's see. We can look at a couple of your other rotation guys that you mentioned. Justin Steele, of course, having an amazing season as always. He's at
Back-to-back Cy Young. I
2.32
mean,
ERA.
he'll probably come in second again if he's on pace, if he
Yeah.
keeps this pace.
Mute my phone.
Harrison's having a rough start,
Harrison,
which is
let's take a look.
surprising. His Ks are still kind of up there, a little down, but
Mhm.
he's getting hit around.
Man, you
Giving
just
up a lot of
stashed all
home
these
runs.
80 overall guys on your roster. Nice. But yeah, as I can see, Kyle Harrison 5.4 ERA in 43.1 innings.
He'll come back.
Yeah, and then there's still, like I said, a lot of baseball this season, so some of these ERAs could be inflated a little bit. He just had the 7-run inning or 7-run outing, which bumps him up over a full ERA point, and he's been just kind of trying to find his groove so far. It looks like this year, but there's no doubting him. We all know he's going to get it together. Your bullpen, these guys are also looking good. David Salazar as closer with 12 saves.
Yeah, I just signed this guy from international, the free agency pool. It's his first year in the majors.
Wow. Yeah, 70 overall, 70 potential guy. Yep, looking massive as well. Devin Williams having a good start. Prelander Baroa as your 7th inning or later setup man. Griffin Jacks, Graham Cuss. I remember when you signed him because I also tried to sign him that year, but there was no. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, he's only got 2 years left on his. Well, he's got an opt out after this.
Yeah, he's on the way out.
Interesting.
I think he's been with the team about 4 years, and he's 30 now as a reliever. Those start to decline pretty heavily. So.
Yeah. Nonetheless, though, we'll see if we see him tonight. And then Michael King and Bartolomeu Alegria as the long relievers. Mike Reynolds as the lefty, righty specialist.
Those last two were Rule 5 picks. They've just kind of been hiding in the back of the pen.
Cool. Yeah. We'll see who we see out of this group of players here. Couple guys to point out. Any who are 2 or 3 guys you'd point out in your lineup here for us?
For the lineup, definitely Villagrana. I think he's got the best chance here. He's good matchup against Williams, righty, and he's hitting righties very well. Really good power. He's already hit 10 home runs against righties. That's where basically most of his power is coming from at the moment. Wow. So I think he'll be batting third, I believe, so he's going to get good at bats. And Alex Ramirez could be good. He's also having a good start to his year. More power from him too. Not as good against the righties, but I think he's got a shot here. And then the last one is Mike Hill.
Mike Hill, yep. Is he a rookie?
Yeah, he's number 5 ranked prospect according to OOTP right now.
That was my next question: is how many rookies do you have right now? Looks like Mike Hill would be on that list.
Yeah, so he's the number 1 rookie that's making his full debut. He started a few games at the end of last season, but it was like 5 games or something, I think. I have him. I've got Bob Allers, who's a depth outfield piece. He might show up a little bit towards the end. He's good defensively, but I don't think he's starting right now.
Yeah, looks like he's on the bench currently.
Yeah, I mean it's kind of tough to pick who's on the bench and who's starting with this with this roster.
Great problem to have, no doubt about it. All right. We'll switch over to the Diamondbacks, which is the team that I manage. Um, just for the viewers here, just saying hello to the Bagel GMs in the chat. Feel free to chime in. Let us know what you think about our rosters. You know, we can take it if you have anything to say about them. So we're going to see a lot of these guys in action tonight. So we're all looking forward to that. But over on my end, I'll be having Gavin Williams, who is currently 65 overall pitcher. He is rounding out the number one rotation slot in my rotation. I lost Freddie Peralta in spring training, and he was designated to be this team's ace. But you know, Gavin Williams, since I've signed him, has just found a way to hold on to that number one spot. Um, he has had, you know, kind of a slower start, just like we saw with Harrison, I believe it was. He's had an early on 7 inning outing, and he's just been trying to recover from that. But he has steadily been lowering that ERA, which is great to see. He's always going to strike a lot of guys out. His last 2 outings, he's only allowed 1 earned run, and his last outing was 7 innings, 4 hits, and only 1 earned run with 1 walk and 7 strikeouts. But he's sitting at a 5.06 ERA currently. He's allowed 5 homers. His K per 9's looking nice though. 10.4 K per 9 right now, and that's better.
A lot of walks.
Yeah, he has allowed a lot of walks this year. 6.0 walks per 9. And a lot of that was last game, game before last. 5 walks. But he's been improving each game, so we'll see what we get from him. A couple other guys in my rotation. Chase Silseth, he was actually brought on late in spring to replace Freddie Peralta after his injury, and he's been nothing but lights out, so that's been nice to see from him. Jorge Venegas, this is a guy I pointed out recently. This guy used to be a 30 potential player when he was in, you know, the lower levels of the minors, and this is a guy that's just blossomed and been really good ever since I called him up and had him on my big league roster.
20th round pick.
Yeah,
from the depths of the draft.
Yeah, I mean, this guy,
TCR.
he really has been like just unbelievable. When I called him up last year, he was a 40 overall player, fully developed, 45. And between last year and this year, he's gone up. He went to 50, then 55, now he's at 60, and he's only 24, so he's an interesting left-hander to watch this season. He just seems to always get it done. Over in my lineup, we have the normal suspects here. Jordan Lawler, he's always going to be leading the way on this team. He is currently on fire. Ben Hopp, he is the number one overall pick in 2028, and here he is in the majors. He came up late last year, around September. He had like a shorter stint as well earlier in the season due to injury. He got called up, but this year's his full season, and he's batting at 314 right now with a 388 on base percentage. But this guy is basically just looks to be, honestly, don't expect a lot of power from him, but he does have 5 homers on the year, 11 doubles, and 2 triples. But this is a guy I just really would prefer just to get on base, try to steal some bases, and just be that everyday player for us that we need. Kyle Manzardo, he's actually had a more power this year than last year so far, 7 homers, so he's on pace for 33 homers, and we'll see him there in the middle of the lineup. And then finally, I want to point out, where's he at? Jesus Rojas. This is the last guy I'll point out before we start the game. This guy was signed from Independent Ball, I believe, this past offseason for me. He has 12 homers this year. His ratings aren't something that I that blow you off the page, but he just seems to perform. He has started to slow down, of course, with a 267 average, 340 on base, so he's right around average there. I hope to see him get back on his power streak, though. Um, and I've just been kind of shocked with those 12 early homers that he's hit. All right. Anything else you want to cover before we start the game?
I think for your lineup, I think it's probably going to be Lawler. I think that's the guy that's going to probably do the most damage. Lawler and I got bets on Corbin Carroll for some reason.
Corbin Carroll, yeah. He's actually kind of had a slower start. The first couple weeks of the season, he really struggled, but he's been stealing a lot of bases. Last year, he stole 47 bases. So maybe we'll see him get on base tonight. His contract's actually coming up. He has a team option after this season, so we'll see what the future holds for Corbin. All right, without further ado, I will pause the music as usual, and we'll get into the game.
All right.
So here we go. Play game versus New York. Actually, let me turn on Stats Plus before I do anything else. Okay, here we go. Sunday Night Baseball, Arizona Diamondbacks versus New York Mets, starting now. Make sure everything is put on AI. Yes, we are good there. Everything else is good. Looks like Mets have the advantage lineup-wise, according to the head-to-head matchups there. So that'll be an interesting one to watch. The top of the lineup looks to go towards Arizona, and then the later part of the lineup is strong for New York.
All right.
Here we go. One thing I'm going to do this time is turn on the strike zone. I think it'd be fun just to see where the pitch locations are. I don't know how to move it, so we'll just leave it there. All right,
Okay.
here we go. We have Gavin Williams on the mound. We're going against Jet Williams, so we have a Williams versus Williams matchup. How's this guy been looking for you so far this year?
So he is very high potential player. He's actually currently in real life baseball. He's the Mets' #1 prospect. He's got really good speed and he can get on base. He's been a little bit slow to start. Honestly, the most important thing for me with him is just him staying healthy. He just kind of keeps getting hurt. He had a successful lab to try to help that, but fragile is fragile.
Right,
I think his best option is getting on base and then getting over to second.
Yeah, it looks like he's a utility guy for you. He can play a lot of different positions.
Yeah, he's starting second base at the moment. Good defense there.
All right, so we're going to look at first pitch here. Gavin Williams to Jet Williams. Here we go.
Strike 3.
Strikes the first man out. First out of the game. We are underway. That took 4 pitches to achieve, and we can see the pitch track up here. Looks like he was trying to get him down and away. So the next batter, Brett Beatty.
I'm on a small delay because I'm watching your stream through Twitch.
Right.
I'm
yeah.
about 4 or 5 seconds behind you.
Yeah, I don't know how to. Maybe we can find a way to improve that in the future.
Be able to keep up. So.
Okay.
Yeah, Brett Beatty. I totally forgot to mention. The #2 leader in WAR behind San Francisco's Julio Rodriguez. Beatty's #2 right now. He's got 1,000 OPS. Big.
Yes, he does. 11 home runs and a 328 average. So this guy is a force to be reckoned with here in the second spot in the lineup. And the next pitch from Gavin Williams is hit slowly to second base and thrown over to first for the out. All right, next up, this is one of the players pointed out before the game.
Yeah.
Jorge Villagrana is the pick to click tonight for New York GM. We've covered most of his ratings, so we will see how he performs this game. The pitch is hit hard to first. It bounces off the first baseman. Picks it up. He cannot recover in time, however, so that third place hitter is going to make it on first.
It's funny how the animation, he just kind of stands there.
Yeah. You got to love that and out of the park. It's like, okay, I mean, fair enough, whatever. All right. Next up, we have Mike Hill. He is one of the rookies pointed out before the game.
Yep.
He's hitting cleanup tonight. 276 average with 9 homers. 2 outs in the inning. Man on first with the pitch. Is hit high to center field. Center fielder's there to make the out. So that is out number 3, and we will switch sides. First, look at Yoshinobu Yamamoto. Those that did not see it before the game on the breakdown, he's currently the #1 pitcher in our out of the park league with a 1.04 ERA, and I believe the New York GM said he's only allowed 1 hit to righties, or 1 run to righties. Wasn't that right? Something like that. You still with us, Ryan?
Just muted.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah, only 1 run from right-handed hitters.
All right, so let's see what we get with our leadoff man, Ben Hopp, batting .314. Hit to the third baseman. He's able to corral it and throw over to first for the out. So that was 1 pitch, 1 out. 89-mile-an-hour cutter. Next up, Kyle Manzardo, the #2 place hitter. And the pitch from Yamamoto is hit for a base hit to right. That might go for 2 bases. He does try to stretch it into 2. He is there safely. So Manzardo is the first base runner for Arizona.
Yeah, right down the line. Good hit.
It barely snuck over the glove. Yep.
Oh.
All right, man on second. Corbin Carroll. This is a guy that strikes pure fear into the New York general manager here. So we're gonna see what he can accomplish.
I think he's got something here.
1 out, man on second. And that's hit high to center field. The center fielder is there in plenty of time. Runner does not advance from second. Wisely stays put there at second base.
Ramirez in center has got a good arm.
So the scouting report does hold true with Ramirez, as they do not try to advance on him. All right, next up, Jordan Lawler batting cleanup. Let's see if he can get this run in for Arizona. He hits it to third. The leaping third baseman cannot grab it, and they hold him up at third as the strong throw comes in from left. All right, we have the line moving for the away squad here. Owen Casey, he's a new addition. He was a trade during the offseason, came over from the Chicago Cubs. And the pitch from Yamamoto, he strikes him out. So he does allow the 2 base runners, a couple hits, but nothing else doing. As we move on to the top of the second.
Good start. You know, runners at the corners is always stressful in these situations. Got good strikeout numbers, so when he needs it, he gets it there.
He did indeed get the job done for the Mets. We'll look at Alex Ramirez, the center fielder. He's next up. And the pitch from Gavin Williams. 10 pitches in so far. Is hit softly to first. The first baseman picks it up. Manzardo steps on the bag for the first out. Next up, Drew Gilbert, left field. Batting .231 with 4 homers on the season. The lefty. The pitch from Williams. is hit high in foul territory. The catcher is there to make the out. So 2 quick innings, 8 pitches for 2 outs, and Ryan Clifford, the DH tonight, batting .250, 7 home runs.
He hit a lot of home runs last year. I think he was around like 48 or something. It was a lot.
Let's take a look. 47 homers
no.
last year.
Yeah, 47. Led the league. Also led the league in strikeouts, so
Yep.
you get the kind of profile of the player he is.
229 strikeouts last year for Clifford. Let's see what he can get done tonight. The pitch is hit hard to right field. The right fielder, Carroll, is there to quickly make the play, and that's 3 outs. So we'll move on to the bottom of the second. 0-0.
Okay, got a good pitching duel going on.
That we do. So far, so good for the Sunday night baseball game. Looks like 6 pitches to get that out. All right, Gabby Moreno. He is one of the better catchers in the league the past handful of years. He has a slow start to the season, 236 average, but he's always going to be there behind the plate, making his presence known there. His first at bat from Yamamoto, the pitch is a strikeout. He's able to strike out Moreno for the first out of this half inning. Yamamoto looking sharp. 3
Nice
pitches to get that out. All right, Jesus Rosas. This is one of the guys that I actually pointed out to see if he can get his power streak back. 12 homers on the season already. And the pitch from Yamamoto is sharply hit to first. It gets through the first baseman to right field, and he has to hold up at first with the strong throw from right. So we have 1 man on, 1 out, with Victor Scott II up at the plate. He's the center fielder, currently batting .182 on the season. That's a ball in the dirt. That's a stolen base, thrown out in plenty of time. Plenty of time. Alvarez has cut down 5 runners in 22 attempts this year.
Yeah. Wow.
Yes. So that
According
was
to the game, the looks of it, that was like 130 mile an hour throw from the dish.
There was no hesitation. His pop time must be great. Yeah. All right. So that
he's been starting catcher for 5 years now, I think.
Wow. So he's a veteran back there.
Always had good defense.
Take a quick drink there. Excuse me. Okay, Victor Scott II, 2 balls, no strikes, 2 outs. Slow roller to first. The pitcher covers and does make the play. So 1 hit that inning, no runs, no. We do have 1 error. Oh, that was in the first inning on the first baseman. Yeah. All right, Mets still looking for their first hit of the game.
I think we have, I think it's Savelli's coming up here to lead off. He's an elite defensive shortstop. Absolute wizard there. Put up, I think it was like 18 ZR last year in only 90 games.
Let's see.
And he projects that elite power.
Well, that was...
We're still waiting on a little bit, but
yeah, he does look elite at second, third, and short. Okay, leadoff man this inning, Amadeo Savelli, the shortstop. The pitch from Williams is a strikeout high in the zone. He's able to strike the first man out this inning. Took 5 pitches. Fastball, 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 curveball, curveball. All right. Next up, Francisco
catcher
Alvarez.
Looking for some more power from him. That was usually his calling card.
Let's look at his spray chart. He looks like a left center hitter. He likes to hit it up the middle and also to left field. So let's be ready over on that side.
Gonna be Lawler's ball most likely.
Calling out for Lawler here. Mets still looking for their first hit. That is hit to the right side, able to be picked up by the second baseman, Hop, and thrown over to first for the out. Looks to be a good play there by Hop as he ranged over quite a ways through his left side. All right, back to the
Yeah,
top of the
you've
lineup.
built up a really good infield defense. The middle is pretty elite, so anything on the ground is going to be subject to Baller and Hop, who are also the top of your lineup. So two guys are pretty much the anchor.
They are quite the duo. I feel like the infield is pretty well locked up, and my outfield is basically a revolving door at this point. Next up from Jet Williams, the top of the lineup for the Mets. The pitch from Gavin is slowly hit back to the back to the pitcher. He's able to scoop it up and throw it over to Manzardo for the out. So again, no hits that inning. We're gonna go to the bottom of the third as we look to see more from Yamamoto. Jonathan Heiser, the third baseman for Arizona, is next up. He has currently a .296 average, 2 home runs with 18 RBIs. Hey, what's up, Guardians? Welcome in. We have another pitcher's duel here as the Mets look for their first hit of the game and the Diamondbacks look for the first run of the game here. Yoshinobu Yamamoto with a pitch to Heiser. Is a strikeout. Low in the zone. That's 3 strikeouts for Yamamoto this far, and that one was a splitter. You see a lot of these Asian-born players who come over from the other leagues throw a lot of splitters, it seems like these days.
Yeah, it's a big pitch over there.
And it's always nasty over here, it seems like. The new pitcher for the Dodgers in real life, what's his name? Osaki or something like that?
Yeah, Roki Sasaki.
Yeah, they say he's got the best splitter.
I was watching a few of those spring training games with it.
So that'll be fun to watch this year to go along with the star-studded Dodgers team.
I have a question. By any chance, could you stream the game that you have right now to the Slack huddle?
I have not figured out how to.
Okay.
I could do it on Discord.
No, it's alright. It's alright then.
Yeah. I've tried to figure out the streaming stuff on Slack, and it's just like really weird. But I'll look into it though over the next couple live streams. Okay, so we're back to the top of the lineup here with Ben Hop. He has 1 at bat and it does not have a hit to this point. 1 out, no one on. Yamamoto with the pitch is hit high to the first base side, foul territory, and the first baseman makes the catch. Is it the stream lag that's getting to you?
Yeah. So I've got you play-by-play, and then I've got the actual game about 5 seconds later.
Yeah, that's annoying. No. Here, I'll send you a Discord link real quick. Maybe that'll help.
Or a link through Slack.
Yeah, I'll send it to you. Let's see if I can actually see. Try that link and let me know if it works for you.
Hello?
Yes, indeed.
Can you hear me over here?
Yes, I'm gonna
Got it.
mute this, make sure the stream's still working. Okay, yep. Can you hear me? Oops. Where's that music coming from?
Do you want to stay here for voice, or do you want to go?
That's fine. I'll just leave the huddle.
Cool.
Okay.
Yep, I got you.
And you have the stream up on Discord?
Yeah, I do. It says it's minimized at the moment, though. I don't know if that's...
What about now?
There you go. Yep, yeah, that's good.
All right.
Much better.
Okay, cool. So now I know how to do this in the future a little better. Sorry for that
Mm-hmm.
interruption, guys. Okay. Now we have Manzardo, the second place hitter. Can I get? Not sure what that is, but can someone message me in the chat real quick just to make sure everything looks good on their end after that? Either Kamesh or Guardians if you're still here.
I can check. Yeah, it looks fine. It's
Okay.
fine over on the Twitch side.
Awesome. Alright, so next up we have Manzardo, the second place hitter. He does have one hit on the day, so let's see if he can continue that streak. Next pitch from Yamamoto is going to be hit hard to up the middle.
Really?
And that's his second hit of the game. So he's looking to have his eyes open tonight as he's seeing the ball well. Manzardo is on first, and that was with 2 outs. And so we have Corbin Carroll up next. Let's see if we can get some damage done. And he hits it slowly back to the pitcher. The pitcher throws to first for the 3rd out. So good play by Yamamoto to get the 3rd out there.
Former Gold Glover.
There you go, Gold Glover. So he still seeks to hold that title. No runs as we go to the top of the 4th. Mets still looking for their first hit of the game off Gavin Williams, and we have Brett Beatty up at the plate. He currently does not have a hit in this game, batting .326. Hit hard to center, and it's over the shortstop.
There's a hit.
For the first hit of the game for the Mets, Brett Beatty. Next up, Jorge Villagrana, the first baseman. No hits so far, but with the first hit of the game for the Mets, we'll see if they can get the ball rolling. The pitch from Williams is hit hard to center field. That's going to be extra bases off the wall. Victor Scott the second picks it up, throws it quickly back into the infield. The man makes it to second, and they hold him up at third. They do not test the arm of Victor Scott in center. But they look to get a little streak going here with 2 hits and nobody out in the top of the 4th inning.
The Rook can do.
Mike Hill, the rookie, up at the plate, batting .274. No hit so far today, but they have built a little momentum on Williams. Let's see if they can continue. Mike Hill is hit hard to left and caught by
right
the
at
third
the third baseman.
Guarding the line with just the...
Played it perfectly.
This seems to be the perfect spot at the right time. Jonathan Heiser with the catch. Guardian saying Gavin Williams letting me down. Hey, he's not let anyone down yet. But yes, he was a trade from Cleveland at one point in this league. Alex Ramirez, the center fielder, he is next up. The Mets looking to get the first run of the game, if not 2. So the pitch from Williams is hit hard to third again. Another good play there by Heiser. He is locking
hot corner,
down
saving
the hot
him right
corner.
now.
Absolutely. He actually had to range a little bit to his left as he is still currently guarding the line a little bit. Let's look at the spray chart for Drew Gilbert. He hits it to all fields, so all players need to be ready as they look to get the 3rd out of this inning. Drew Gilbert against Gavin Williams with the pitch. Hit hard to third, and he picks it up.
Third.
He throws it all the way across the infield for the out number 3,
Wow.
Jonathan Heiser. All 3 outs of the inning.
Infield defense wins and saves games sometimes. Huge.
Phoenix Rising says Heiser is stud. The Cleveland Guardians general manager, a fan of Heiser's play so far. He says, wow, Heiser came up big. Yes, indeed, he did. 3 outs. He got all 3 outs that inning. All hard hit balls. But the Mets do get their first 2 hits of the game. Still 0-0. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Jordan Lawler next up. Let's see if he can get his second hit of the game. He does have 1 hit. He's increased his average to 355. Pitch to Lawler. It's a strikeout
Nice.
on the outside corner. Yamamoto shows no fear with these hot hitters. That took 5 pitches, all low in the zone. Cutter, fastball, curveball, splitter, and fastball. All well-located pitches, low in the zone. Owen Casey, the left fielder today, batting .233. He does not have a hit, but he does have 8 home runs on the season. Let's see if he can get some power against Yamamoto, who is 54 pitches into his outing. That is hit slowly to the left side, picked up by the shortstop and thrown high, but caught by Villagrana for out number 2. Gabriel Moreno, let's see if he can get his first hit of the game here off of Yamamoto. 57 pitches. That's another strikeout. That is...
This remains a duel.
Yes, indeed.
Pitching duel, defense, winning games.
Exciting hits, no runs up to this point, but you know what? The pitching duel is just as entertaining. Who's going to crack first? We're back to the New York Mets offensive side here. The DH, Ryan Clifford, up to bat. No hits on the day. .248 average. The pitch from Williams is a strikeout, low in the zone. So these guys just going back and forth, showing no fear of either lineup as the slow walk back to the dugout ensues. That's the 3rd strikeout for Gavin.
All on fastballs that entire at bat.
Wow, 4 fastballs, all well located, all right on the edge of the zone. So we're in the thick of it here in the top of the 5th. Amadeo Savelli, the shortstop, up to bat with 1 out, no one on. That's another strikeout with the pitch low in the zone.
Damn.
So for the second out, that took 3 pitches. That was changeup, fastball, curveball, all in the same location. Low and away to the lefty. No, that was a righty, so that would have been inside.
Yep.
Francisco Alvarez, the catcher, up to try and get on for the Mets. The pitch from Williams is hit hard up the middle and through the infield, as Ben Hopp is not able to corral that one.
Back to the top of the order.
There we go, and he was able to get on, and that's a play that you're going to see Hop make most of the time, but that ball was just hit too sharply. And yes, indeed, Jet Williams back to the top of the order, .254 average. He does have no hits on the day and 2 at-bats. The pitch from Williams to Williams is hard hit too, right to the shortstop, Waller. So we have some hard hit balls, but right to guys most of this game.
On 1 hit. Well, this game remains
scoreless as we go to the bottom of the 5th. Jesus Rojas, he has a hard hit ball earlier in the game for 1 hit. So bumps his average up to 281. The pitch from Yamamoto is hit hard to left for the second hit of the game for Rosas. Go ahead.
That was a good hit, dropped right in front of the left fielder. Getting the leadoff man on. It's most important.
With no one out, we do have the leadoff man on. That was 2 pitches for that hit.
It's going to be important for the middle infield to get a double play. Yamamoto's good with ground balls, especially with the splitter.
An extreme ground baller. He is currently at 65 pitches and at the bottom of the lineup, so he does have the chance to get out of it here with Victor Scott II batting 180, only 1 home run. And the pitch from Yamamoto is a bunt.
A bunt.
And it's caught by the first baseman. So that is popped up to the first baseman who was ready for it, Villagrana, and he makes the easy catch. The runner cannot advance.
He's gonna hear that from the coach.
Yes, the Diamondbacks manager will not be pleased, as they do expect that from Victor Scott, as he has speed and should be able to even run out a lot of those bunt attempts. The defensive hero so far for the Diamondbacks, Jonathan Heiser. Let's see if he can get it done offensively. He does not have a hit in this game. Man on first, 1 out. The pitch from Yamamoto is
back.
A low pitch, and they were holding the man close to first base, and he makes it back safely. So we have 3 balls, no strikes to Heiser. The 4th pitch of the at-bat is hard hit ball to center. It's over the center fielder's head. Bounces off the wall. He recovers quickly. Will they send the man around third? No, they will not. So we have 2 men in scoring position. Men on second and third with Ben Hop
Up of the order. Dangerous territory for Yamamoto. And Hop's got really good contact potential.
And as we hear, Ben Hop can get the job done with 1 swing at the bat. Heiser putting together a great game, defensively and offensively. Yamamoto, 74 pitches in, still plenty of gas left in the tank, but let's see if they can get some damage done against him here. Ben Hop, the pitch from Yoshinobu Yamamoto is hit softly to left. Will they come home with it? Yes, they will. Can they make the tag?
Ah.
He's out on a close play, so they do throw the runner out at home. What a play.
It looked like he dropped it there.
It did. It looked like it was a wide throw and that he wasn't going to be able to get the tag. But he does, in fact, make the play. I believe that was Brett Beatty who made that hard throw to home.
Yeah. Really important. Now the defense can set up for any out, any base.
And there we go. We have a man on first, a man on third with 2 outs, as they were not able to get that run in. So still a scoreless game. Kyle Manzardo, 2 hits on the day. Let's see if he can get the first run of the game here. The pitch from Yamamoto is outside. Bases loaded.
Bases loaded.
That's the 20th walk for Manzardo this year. 2 outs. Nowhere to put Carroll. How will Yamamoto perform here with 86 pitches?
I highlighted Carroll beforehand. This is a big shot.
This is the man of the hour. All 4 of those pitches outside of the zone, so we'll see if Yamamoto is showing some fatigue here. Depending on the result of this could be his final hitter. Phoenix Rising, huge moment right here. We have bases loaded. The best pitcher in the league, Yoshinobu Yamamoto, against Corbin Carroll. The pitch is hit hard off the glove of the shortstop. Off the glove of the shortstop. The first run does come through. So we have an error by Savelli, who is a phenom defensively.
Usually.
That's a rare sight to see from Savelli, but he is not able to nab that hard hit ball. So Carroll, he does get the first run of the game. The first RBI. Looks like Yamamoto will remain out there on the mound. 93 pitches. That was
he regularly goes into 100 plus. His last outing against the Dodgers, he pitched 113. He can go. He can go a bit more.
All right, we'll see how it plays out. That was a 7-pitch at bat on that last hitter. Jordan Lawler. It's not getting any easier for Yamamoto here. He's allowed 1 run this inning. The pitch from Yamamoto is hit softly to third. Can he corral it? He can. He throws over to first, and he gets the out. So bases loaded. Only 1 run allowed.
Could have been much worse there.
Could have been very
Good
much
plays
worse.
from Beatty.
Absolutely. If Beatty does not make that throw to home, we'd have a 2-run game here, a 2-run inning. Phoenix Rising, while these primetime games are always good, we're trying. I'm trying to find some good matchups, and even with some teams who aren't necessarily contending at certain points, I want to see some of their games as well, and I'm sure we'll see some great baseball from those teams. Back
Okay,
up.
heart of the order for the Mets.
Absolutely. Brett Beatty, the third baseman. He does have the great defensive play as he threw the man out at home plate. Batting .331, 1 hit on the day and 2 at-bats. So let's see if he can get on as a leadoff man. That's hit hard to center. The center fielder dives. He makes the catch.
Nice catch.
Victor Scott the second makes a diving catch in center field. What a play by the center fielder. Looks like he was shaken up on that play a little bit. The team trainer came out to examine the left shoulder as he did make the hard dive, but it looks like he can stay in the game. All right, Gavin Williams, 76 pitches in. His next batter is Jorge Villagrana, 1 hit on the day, .270 average. The pitch from Williams is a strikeout on the outside portion of the strike zone. 98-mile-an-hour fastball from Williams, his 5th strikeout of the day.
Williams is being really efficient. Only 81 pitches through 5, almost 6.
As pointed out before the game, he is on a better streak of late. He has limited his walks this game. He's not allowed to walk. So if he can continue that, he should be looking pretty good. The last batter was 5 pitches to get that out. Changeup, slider, curveball, fastball. So we have the rookie Mike Hill up next with 2 outs. Let's see if he can get some damage off of Williams with 81 pitches. Hit high to right. Corbin Carroll has to sprint almost all the way to the infield to make that catch. So that's 3 up, 3 down. Arizona in front, 1-0.
See if he sends Yamamoto back out again. Probably will. I expect maybe 1 more inning out of him, depending on how efficiently this goes. If he stays under 100 pitches, then he might come back out. But
all right. He is still out there with 98 pitches.
this will probably be his last inning.
Okay, Yamamoto to Owen Casey. Casey does not have a hit on the day, batting .231. The pitch from Yamamoto is hit sharply to left to the third baseman. He has to range to his right, and he does so, and throws across the infield to the first baseman for the out.
Good 1 pitch at bat. That's exactly what he needed.
1 pitch, 1 out for Yamamoto. Beatty putting together a really nice defensive game here for the Mets. 99 pitches now for Yamamoto to Gabriel Moreno. No hits on the day for Moreno. The pitch is hit hard to right, and it drops in front of the right fielder. The slow throw back in, and Moreno gets his first hit of the day.
Still in.
Still going. That was 2 pitches. So he is. The Mets GM said that he can go up to 113, 115 pitches. So let's see what he can get to here. Jesus Rojas, the right-hander. Yamamoto is deadly against righties, so let's see what happens with this at bat. He does have 2 hits on the day, Rosas. The pitch.
Strike 3.
Strike 3, low. Low strike. We'll have to see where that comes through on the strike zone cam. That was a... what
Pretty
pitch?
low to me.
Is that a splitter? Okay, splitter, 84 miles an hour. And it does.
That's pretty low. That's like 3 inches off the plate.
The
lucky break.
The umpire does give the call his way, as he's earned it this game. And we have a pitching change. We have Graham Cuss. So that would have been right around, I don't know the exact number, but right around 108
Probably around
pitches
105.
or so. Yeah, 105. So 105 pitch outing and only 1 run for Yamamoto. So he keeps his great season going.
1 unearned run. So
Unearned.
I think his ERA drops below 1 at this point.
It was already below 1, I saw, so he should be cruising. Graham Cuss, this is a guy we looked at before the game. He's a 50 overall reliever, curveball sinker. He is currently holding a 5.14 ERA, 7.1 K per 9, and low walk rate, 1.9 walks per 9. You're a fan of Graham? He's been around for a handful of years in this organization.
Yeah, a couple of years ago he put up a 2.5, almost 2.5 WAR. He was a closer, 29 saves, 1.46. He had a very good year, but you know, with new additions, he kind of moves down the necessary depth chart.
So he has hit the 30-year-old season, so that's when the clock starts to tick for some of these pitchers, and we have some other talent who has come along. So Graham Cuss is now a middle reliever. A great defensive play by Victor Scott in center earlier, but no hits on the day, batting 179. He's had a bunt attempt as well, so let's see what he will do with 2 outs. Moreno on first. The first pitch from Graham Cuss is hit high to center field. The center fielder is there. He's able to make the play in plenty of time. Only 1 hit for the Diamondbacks that inning, but no runs. As we continue on to the top of the 7th.
I expect to see Baroa for the Mets at the bottom of the 7th, probably. Williams still out there.
Gavin Williams with 83 pitches. Still there. Pitching to Alex Ramirez, the center fielder. The pitch from Williams is hit hard to the shortstop, but on the ground, and he's able to corral it, throw it to first in plenty of time as Ramirez is out. Next
Disappointing offense so far. Need to get something going. We had a good shot in the, I think that was the 4th, but nothing since.
Great pitching duel still up to this point, as we have Drew Gilbert up to the plate. Williams at 89 pitches. How far will his manager let him go this game? The pitch from Williams to Gilbert.
Strike 3.
Strikes him out. Low pitch, but it was a swinging attempt, and he does not make contact for the 3rd strike. Ryan Clifford, the DH, he's up next, the lefty. Gavin Williams, 94 pitches, could be his final batter of the day, but we'll see what happens here with the next pitch. A strikeout!
Oof.
As he tried to check his swing. He was not able
7
to.
scoreless frames.
There we go. So far, Williams has the upper hand on Yamamoto, but now it's most likely going to be handed over to the bullpens, and we'll see who prevails, as the Diamondbacks have a very deadly bullpen.
Not looking forward to either Verdugo or Henderson. Probably see both with a 1-0 game.
Josh Henderson was the reliever of the year last year, and Verdugo the runner-up in this league. So we have the potentially best 1-2 combo to end the game. Jonathan Eisner.
Out there.
Graham Cuss, the lefty, remains on the mound, 5.02 ERA. Only one batter face so far, no hits. Jonathan Heiser, 1 hit on the day, as he attempts to raise his average above 300 here. The pitch from Cuss to Heiser is hit to the shortstop. It gets over his head to the left fielder. It does drop into left center, so leadoff man will be on for Arizona. Gilbert not quite able to get to that ball.
Yeah. Drop perfectly between the outfield and infield.
Hit them where they ain't, as they say in baseball, with the 3 pitches to Heiser, enough to get the base hit. 3 curveballs. Ben Hopp up next. This is a young duo, Heiser and Hopp, as they are infielders here with Arizona. Nobody out here in the 7th inning. The pitch from Graham Cuss to Ben Hopp.
Good chance to break this game open.
Slow roller, it does bounce. He's able to run it out and get 2 men on with nobody out. The speedy running for Ben Hopp. Close play there at first, but there are 2 base runners. I've found in out of the park, if they hit it on the infield and it bounces in any fashion, it's a base hit of some sort.
Really, really dangerous. First and second, the runner on first is really fast, so anything to the outfield has the potential of scoring 2.
Manzardo does have 2 hits on the day, so let's see if he can continue that.
Manzardo's got good gap power as well.
Let's take a look at his spray chart. Looks to be he prefers right center. He likes to go to center and right, but can drop it down and left. Manzardo with the pitch from Cuss. 10 pitches. It's hit softly in the air.
Big out.
Foul territory. The catcher Alvarez makes the catch in foul territory. Base runner still at first and second. Corbin Carroll.
Up the double play.
Mets general manager with his fingers crossed at the moment.
Sweating.
I believe he doesn't have double-digit losses, so he's trying to keep that intact right now.
Keep that away as long as possible.
Corbin Carroll with 2 men on. A pitch from Graham Cuss. Walks him. He does load the bases with 1 out. Let's see if the manager...
I would love a pitching change here.
Let's see who we see on the mound in this next batter. He lets him go. So Graham Cuss, the general manager, watching sharply on his manager's actions here. Graham Cuss with the pitch. Jordan Lawler at the plate. 1 out. Bases loaded. Infield is in. The pitch from
I agree
Cuss.
with that. I'd be setting up for double play, but...
The pitch is hit softly to right field. See if it's deep enough for a sacrifice. Looks to be the case. And he does score the 2nd inning with the sac fly to right field. Heiser tags up and scores for Arizona. Excuse me.
Like the MVP of the game right now, Heiser.
Seems to be the case for Arizona, as he's made many defensive plays and has a couple hits and some runs scored. Owen Casey up to bat. He does not have a hit so far this game. We have Hopp and Carroll on second and first. Graham Cuss still remains in the game with 19 pitches to Owen Casey, the lefty. Lefty versus lefty matchup here. He walks in.
Come on.
So we're seeing some struggles here in the 7th inning from Cuss. Excuse me. He did have an up down that last inning, so we'll see. And he does. I don't know if the bullpen's tired or if he's just really trying to test his reliever here, but he does leave him in the game with 23 pitches.
Well, looks like our other main middle relief, Griffin Jacks, is dealing with an injury that hasn't been diagnosed yet. So probably he's out for this game, which is why they're probably trying to stretch Cuss as far as they can go. But this is one of those situations where I turn to either Devin Williams or Baroa.
Yep, looks
Like Baroa's getting ready.
Yeah.
Or he's tired. Actually, Baroa's tired.
So Devin Williams, David Salazar, the only late inning options in this game. Moreno up to bat. He has 1 hit and 3 attempts. A 239 average. Hey Randall, what's up? He says another duel. Yes, indeed. We're having a great game here. We'll see if Moreno can break it open. Oh, he strikes him out for the 3rd out.
Hey.
So with the bases loaded, he allows 1 run. It's another great win for these strong pitching for the Mets. 2-0 Arizona going into the top of the 8th. Gavin Williams.
Hey, Williams still there.
So,
98 pitches. If you're going to do it, now's the time.
These managers are showing a lot of faith in their starting pitching and relievers. So we'll see how that, if that doesn't come back to bite him. But Savelli with the defensive misplay earlier in the game. Let's see if he can make up for it off of Gavin Williams. Strikes him out.
Another strikeout.
I believe that might be 4 strikeouts in a row now.
Got a rough start to his season. He's always been a guy who strikes out a fair amount. Before this game, he was on pace for 212 strikeouts. So, definitely a weak point in his game plan.
So the Mets GM not surprised by this recent strikeout as Gavin Williams gets his eighth strikeout of the day. And we have a pitching change. The first change for
Verdugo.
Arizona. We have Verdugo, the normal 8th inning setup man. We'll see what he can get done. He's currently at a 0.53 ERA, only 1 earned run so far this year. And the pitch to Francisco Alvarez is going to be. He hits it right to the shortstop, Jordan Lawler, who's there for the catch. A hard hit ball, but right to a man. So we have Jorge Verdugo against Jet Williams, batting .252, 2 homers, 11 RBIs. The pitch from Verdugo is hit hard to right. Corbin Carroll is there as he was drawn in. So they're making all the right plays defensively.
This is like the dream setup for you. You get your pitcher right to the last 2 guys, and you hand it off one at a time.
Yeah, I could just eliminate like 6 other guys in my bullpen if I could just do that every game. Save a lot of salary. But another pitching change here. Mike Rennells. Let's take a look at him. He's a 23-year-old reliever. Currently,
Rule 5 pick.
Interesting. Rule 5 pick.
It was really fascinating with this 80 P BABIP. I thought I'd give it a shot and see how it is. I mean, he hasn't given up any runs yet. Knock on wood. A lot of walks though. A lot of walks. That's a big issue. Basically no control.
So he
I
does
was hoping to help that before the season starts, but
he does have 4 walks in 4 innings, so that's a 9.0 walk per 9. But has not allowed a run. So he's not afraid of giving up a walk, and he can still shut it down. Jesus Rosas is looking for his 3rd hit of the day. Mike Rennells with the pitch. Is hit softly to second base. Plenty of time to throw him out at first. So
That's his strength. He grounds it well to the infield.
the plays right into Rennell's hands as we continue on to Victor Scott II. No hits today in 3 attempts. See if we can get his first hit from Rennell's. He cannot. That's a strikeout for out number 2. So he is hitless on the day for Scott II. Next up, the MVP so far for Arizona, Jonathan Heiser with 2 hits. He does not have an RBI today, but his average has climbed to 305 in this game. Let's see what he can get done off of Rennell's. The pitch is hit softly to third. He has to run in to get it. He cannot run fast enough to run it out, and he's thrown out at first.
Those are usually how the outings go for him, except this time no walks, which is a good sign. Hopefully that's starting to improve. Top of the ninth, last chance.
Top of the ninth, indeed, as we have Josh Henderson. The silencer comes in. He is at a 0.59 ERA with only 1 earned run on the season. 5
The silencer
walks.
is crazy.
Josh, the silencer. All right. Brett Beatty is going to be a tough first task for Henderson. Batting .328, 1 hit today. Let's see what will happen here in the top of the ninth. The pitch from Henderson. It's hit back up the middle, and it's through the infield.
True.
Almost makes contact with the pitcher, but avoids it, luckily.
Looks like the ball went through 2 different hands before getting to the outfield.
Hit hard enough to make it through with no issue, as I did see Henderson is 100% on his closing attempts so far this year. So let's see if he can hold on to that. The
Time run comes to the place. Big, heavy home run hitters coming up in Belgrana, Hill, and Ramirez.
So we have the heart of the order here with the Mets. Against Josh Henderson. Leadoff man on. Villagrana up next. 11 homers on the year. The pitch from Henderson is hit high to the right side of the infield. The first baseman, Manzardo, is there to make the catch. So he gets the first out. I'm sorry. There's been a defensive replacement. Tyler Freeman now playing first base. All right, the crowd is into it, ready for Josh Henderson's next pitch. Brett Beatty at first. And we have the rookie Mike Hill, who was hitless today, against Josh Henderson. The pitch is hit high to left field. The left fielder has to make a run for it and is there in time.
Well,
Casey makes the out number 2 as we are
makes
1
me
out
sick.
away.
This offense is so good, and then it's just fly out, pop up, ground out. Oh,
We'll see
last
what happens
chance.
here. So Alex Ramirez batting .274 now with 6 homers. His spray chart is looking like he's going to hit mainly to left. Heiser is ready for it as he's guarding the line. The pitch from Henderson to Ramirez. Strikes him out to end the game.
Right down the middle.
So he keeps his closing streak intact with his 7th close of the year. Arizona takes this game 2-0, as it was a well-played game on both sides. 1 error for each team.
No offense coming from my team. Only 4 hits.
4 hits. Let's see. Brett Beatty had 2 hits. Villagrana 1 hit, and Alvarez with a hit. No RBIs. So I guess none of those runs were earned.
He had 1 RBI from Lawler.
Well, I was looking at your squad there. We had...
Yeah, I didn't score any runs.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm sorry.
Shut up.
But that would be, looks like, is that the 8th loss for the Mets? All right.
29-8. So house isn't falling apart yet. But
We still have 2 more games in this series, so we'll see how that goes as we
I think you're
continue to
gonna have
sim. But
Harrison the next game, Kyle Harrison, and then I don't know who's gonna pitch after that. Lupite Zong, who's been he's a veteran at this point, an international free agent that I signed actually in our first season. So those are the two pitchers you're probably going to see in the coming up games.
all right, so we'll continue the sim on. Appreciate everyone coming to watch, and all the bagel viewers. I'll continue the sim as soon as I end this game. But just as tradition, I'm just going to read the in-game here breakdown in a low-scoring contest between Arizona Diamondbacks and the New York Mets. Gavin Williams, who finished second in the AL in ERA with 2.64 in 2026, proved to be the difference. The Arizona right-hander earned props for his performance in the 2-0 Diamondbacks win. Josh Henderson earned the save for Arizona with the victory. The Diamondbacks upped their record to 23-12. Williams kept the Mets under his thumb. He scattered 3 hits over 7.1 innings while striking out 8. The right-hander upped his season record to 3-2. And the Arizona manager said Gavin threw the ball very, very well. All right, thanks again. That's
All right.
going to do it for this game until Tuesday. Tuesday night at 10 o'clock, Cardinals, Red Sox will be game of the week. So we will see
Hey,
you then.
thanks for inviting me.
Thanks for joining us, Ryan, and I'm sure we'll do this again.
Good luck in the rest of your season. Good one.
All right. Take it easy. Thanks, guys. See ya.